Alright. I got something very special for you. It's called healing with urine therapy. That means, in translation, drinking your own piss. They tell you it's really good, really good. And try to look at this one now. Shivambu means literally water of Shiva. Who is Shiva? So you see, who is Shiva? Shiva is Satan. Referring to the auspiciousness of the practice is method of drinking urine for rejuvenation. Yeah. But you see, the key word right here is water of Shiva. So urine, what they called it is the water of Shiva. Okay. Now you know who's behind the urine cult. It's the same good old genie from the bottle. I'll be damned. And the urine therapy and urine is also called the water of life and the fountain of youth. This is something you're going to hear very often, the fountain of youth. And I'm going to tell you another story, that this is actually the fountain of filth. So there's people out there who get sick or they get cancer or stuff like that, and they dig deep into the internet and they believe all this bullshit about the urine therapy, you know, and they really believe it, and they're also desperate. So you see, they fall into this without thinking about it because they're also desperate. They have nothing to hold on to. So this is something, this is an escape, this is a door for them, and they become victims of this urine cult because it's a cult. And behind that cult you can see that it's Shiva again and again and again. In reality they make fun of you, of course. You're like this monkey. And unless you are caught in a cataclysm or an earthquake where you're just trapped underground under blocks of cement and you cannot get out, of course you're gonna be desperate and drink the urine to survive. That drinking of urine is only for survival. Or the yogis did it, but the yogis did it because they didn't have access, so fast access. They couldn't get water so fast, so there was much easier for them to recycle the fluid. Plus that they were getting like the heat back in the system, so they were also keeping the temperature up. So it had some benefits, also energy, saving energy in the meantime probably. So it has a lot of logic when I think about it. So these two cases, in catastrophe situation and in yogis situations, I understand perfectly, and it does make sense. Parallel to urine drinking, and you have to think like this: you drink water and you drink urine. It is like you eat food first and then you eat from the garbage. These are the two parallels: water and urine, and food and garbage from the garbage can. So you can, of course, eat from the garbage can, but you will only do that if you don't have any choice. There's no reason to eat from the garbage can. That's health hazard. But you still have leftovers in it. There's still some things you can eat from the garbage. Isn't it true? You throw a piece of onion, you throw a piece of tomato, it's still some leftovers, but it's also bacteria there and many toxic stuff. Just like in the urine. The urine is the garbage of the body. So you're throwing it out, but there's still good stuff left inside that you can recycle, including the fluid and all that stuff. So now you understand that it's only in crisis situations, if you don't have food, then it's perfectly fine to dig in the garbage because you have no choice. You understand? But so much healing in it, I don't believe it is. It's an illusion. Because soon as I see this guy, then I kind of understand what the whole thing is about. And there are clues. Just this is one of the clues. If you see this guy in the background, then you will understand. And the same guy is behind the marijuana cult. Okay? So it's deep. It's right there. So you see this guy is not something you're gonna trust. This is also the master of illusion, of course. Keeps on playing with us. Keeps on playing with us. Giving us all kind of illusions that this is gonna help us. And I think the parallel, like I said, the parallel to urine therapy. Remember the fountain of youth, they call it? I call it the fountain of filth. But if you want the fountain of youth, you're gonna study Qigong. Because you have some energy fields. It's just like you're like a magnet. And that energy flow goes right like a fountain that recycles itself. And then you go to mindfulness, the true mindfulness, which means you re-put your energy, your attention into yourself. Okay? Because everything you do in your everyday, you put it into newspapers, your attention into the TV, into your mobile, into your food, and it's still into food. It's okay because you're gonna eat it, right? But mindfulness is re-putting the attention into yourself. So you recycle that subtle energy. So that is the fountain of youth. The great masters knew that. You know that. But this is in reality the fountain of filth. Okay? There is no point in drinking toxic stuff. And if you want a really good advice, I give it to you. Don't drink that thing. Drink a beer instead. You're gonna feel better, I promise you that. And in the end, to finish it off, we are more than animals. And that's what you have to remember. They keep on trying to keep us down into an animal state. So we don't understand what the hell is going on. It's a lower self too, if you understand. The urine cult has something to do with the lower self. Okay? That's why. But just like this monkey. Yeah.